Welcome to this unboxing. This is a Goblinko blowout. Degenerates. Sean and Katie, is it Aberg? Been waiting a while for this one. I actually got the Freaks and Psychos and Adventurers and some dice and a bag add-on stuff at the last Black Friday, and had them waiting because this game has travelled all over. I guess it was printed in China. There's some weight in this box, and it looks glorious, doesn't it? I love the garish pink and bright yellow lettering and the artwork, which is all the Sean's art here. And it's great to see that he's doing well now after a serious incident with his illness. And I'm assuming this was the problem, this sticker here, because they mentioned something about stickers, so it might have been this 0 to 3 months thing here. But this resulted in the games having to be posted back to Goblinko in the USA. So I'm guessing, I can't see where, it'll be somewhere. I'm guessing this was made in China. It would then have gone shipped over to the USA. Then it was shipped to Happy Shops, I think it was, in Germany. It certainly went to Germany. The right stickers were not on, so common sense would say we'll just send the stickers, which is what they tried to do, Goblinko. No, that wasn't right for the officials. So the games then had to go from Germany back to America, then from America to the UK. Who was it fulfilled this? Spiral Galaxy Games, which is Games Law in the UK, done the fulfillment. So they've gone a long way around the world. Twice these games, certainly across the pond twice. So took a while getting here. It's different, very different sort of art. The first time on the first printing, I was nearly going to jump in on the Kickstarter, and I didn't. And by the time the second, they were really hard to get hold of the game. So by the time the second Kickstarter come, I gladly went on board. And I know my friend Neil, he's opened his and he said you definitely won't be disappointed. So I've been waiting for this for quite a long time, because I think it was supposed to deliver in the October of last year. So we're now towards the end of June in 2019. So yeah, they've took their time coming. But let's hope. And under the circumstances, to be honest, with what's gone on with Sean's health issues and stuff, I think we're really fortunate to even get these games. So I couldn't imagine how difficult that's been. So I just love the glorious box art. Like I say, it's very, very different straight away, very striking, and it's a plethora of colour. So let's have a look. It's not for everybody, but it's certainly something I'm very intrigued by. Now there is some stuff came with this box. So there's the Mean Streets expansion, the City Scum card deck, and there's a miniature came to every Kickstarter backer. But also we've got a pork magazine here. It's all about the sausages apparently. So rock and roll weirdo art, bad ideas, and there's quite a bit of. I've had a little quick flick through this, and it looks interesting. It's one of these magazines that'd be quite cool to leave inside the think tank, and in the loo, and have a good read of. I think because there's some good cartoons and all sorts in here. And there's a fair bit on Degenerates and stuff. So yeah, so that magazine, that's the Pork magazine number 29. Also, there's this Read Me First, Dungeon Degenerates Yarg, Read Me First. And it says, thanks for backing the Dungeon Degenerates Hand of Doom second printing Kickstarter. Before you proceed, here are some things to consider. Share the moment when you enter into the disturbing world of Dungeon Degenerates with the world. Make an unboxing video. Tick. Use the hashtag Dungeon Degenerates. Okay. Follow at Dungeon Degenerates. I think we're doing that. Make your Dungeon Degenerates game a special occasion by serving sausages, cider, and smoke to your players. Okay. Get right with your gods and make sure your will and final wishes are in order. Get your best friends together and play with them. Drink a shot of buttermilk, but don't forget the pickles. Okay, so, and it says, interestingly, the end date for replacement parts is the 31st of December 2018, but we've only just received the game yesterday, so in 2019, but I'm sure they would honour parts replacements if there's anything wrong or missing. And my box from Spiral Galaxy, there was a big hole in the top of the box, and it went through 2 layers of the box, the flip over bit, and fortunately this was sitting just underneath that, and that's not damaged. I think it's worth reading this because it's pretty neat. Just bear with me. The Goblins rules for the game. Life is a game. There are rules, but there are only unofficial guidebooks written by the feeble minds of humans who do their damnedest to game the system. You can cheat and use a guidebook, but remember that it's unofficial and that nothing can overshadow experience and genuine skill. You will note that the guidebooks usually cost something. 2. You have to beat every level. There is no way to skip ahead. If you go too far ahead in the game, all of the minor enemies and mini-bosses will come after you. And you won't know when they'll show up or how many numbers. It's better to beat the level you're on thoroughly. Even try and get a few times to get comfortable with your new abilities. That seems true of video games, doesn't it? Talk to everyone. You never know when the guy who is standing mysteriously still by the rose bush will tell you about a new mission you have to go on. You never know when the Mexican ninja will reveal the secret of lemons against witchcraft and the mystery of the charkers. Not all of the missions are worth pursuing, but you'll figure that out through trial and error. 4. If the game is too easy, you're not advancing. The processing of the human soul is difficult, and the goal is to continue advancing through experience and to take on each challenge correctly in order to refine our spiritual energy. I'm serious, don't look at me like that. 5. The easiest answers have the hardest questions, and in their simplicity, the complexity of existence is revealed. But you have to be able to ask the question. Write down the rules as you figure them out. Now, I don't know if it's meant this way, but often, certainly with complex games, if I read rules, and I might read them a couple of times, and things don't stick in, they certainly go to a certain part of your brain for memory. If I write certain things down that I'm finding a little tricky and I write it down, I never then have to refer to what I've wrote down. That must go to a different part of your brain, and it's a brilliant way of learning. 6. Avoidance. Avoidance stalls the game out. You can stop advancing in life and try to just stay in the same place, but the perpetual advancement of the universe will start throwing major obstacles and enemies in your way to get you out of that holding pattern. The universe would rather kill you than have you stall out if you're going to waste your life. Don't waste your quarter. 7. The human mind only interprets what it perceives as reality. We do not know what reality is, but we feel reality intuitively. All the expressions of reality are interpretations. Follow your nose. 8. People will try to tell you what the game is. I think this game. But they are always wrong. They will create games inside of the game and tell you that they have the game. They don't. The game is different for every player. Games inside of the game are just games. 9. You are the final boss. I think that's pretty neat, isn't it? So there you go. That came with it. Now we're in the box. Here's that glorious board. Oh, I can't wait to see this. I think we'll just go, and there's some weight in there. Let's get the board out, because then we can put the stuff on top. The quality, it's high gloss and really nice and thick, and it looks like a work of art, what I've seen. I've never seen it in purpose. Oh, the board. Now that's really good. How many boards just lie completely flat? They've got this perfect. Normally you have to do, even with the established companies, you have to do some serious backbending. And then a lot don't lie flat. This lies perfectly flat, and it's extremely high quality. It's not just put on, it's a full wrap. It's great, and there's a lot of places on this map. We've got the Witchwood here. We've got the swamps here. I do have a legend to all this map. It's going to be in the book anyway, isn't it? So, Degenerates Hand of Doom. Not your ordinary game board, is it? Got the colours. So, here's the player sheets. Now again, we had this with Underwater Cities recently. I do like these sort of player sheets because The boards, a lot of times you get a player board and it just curls and what have you. This is very high quality. You could photocopy it and laminate your photocopies, or laminate these, or I mean these are really good. They're plastic coated. They're not going to wear out. And the good thing about stuff like this, it just lays flat, doesn't it? And the double-sided, you got your flavour text on the back with suggested skills, and you have an optional, I think it is, suggested weakness, which will give you some pluses but a minus. So we've got the Vermin Hunter there. These are all going to have standees. You can get pewter miniatures, and that might be a future thing for me. I don't know. You've got the Bog Conjurer. We have the Bloodsport Brawler. He looks like something out of Streets of Rage or an early Street Fighter, but a little bit, yeah, a bit like I think he's in control of a gimp or something, isn't he? By the looks of him. And we have the Void Witch, the Witch Smeller. He's got his Witch Smeller's nose on there, and the Corpse Burner. He reminds me of Chuck the Head, the Nintendo game. It was a Sega game, definitely. Yeah, on the Sega. Was it on the Sega Master System or something? Yeah, Sega 16-bit one. Chuck the Head. It reminds me, he used to be able to chuck his head off. It looks like a bit like him. We got the Mercenary Alchemist. This is going to be all potions and stuff, isn't it? I think. And the Hinterlander. Isn't it great art? And the quality of this is like an extraordinary, I don't know, it's like a glossy, liquidy, or almost, it's extremely high quality. Very, very nice indeed. So there's all the characters that come in the base game. Couple of player aids here, different. Exactly the same quality as this stuff. This is real high quality card and finish. So we've got an icon reference there, adventurous status conditions, combat round actions, sequence of play one here, some nice flavour art there. Okay, really nice. Okay, I mean, should come with a pair of sunglasses, shouldn't it, really? But I love this sort of stuff anyway. This is like a nice magazine, these are. This one's really thick. They're the rules. Some serious amount of pages there by the looks of it. How many? 38 pages front to back. But let's have a look. So apparently this table of contents is really good. And apparently the rule book on a whole is pretty damn good. So let's have a look. Introduction, map overlay. Overview, I should say. Still on the map overview here. Setting up the game. There's a lot to sort out, I think. Core mechanics. And this is almost like getting a cult. This is like a cult game now. When it was out of print, there was some, as you can imagine, there were some insane prices being asked on BGG. Core mechanics. Game turn, the map action phase. Okay, and we've got some full page illustrations here to break this rulebook up a little bit. That's good. Danger phase, large counters. Seems to be laid out really well, doesn't it? Encounter phase here, monsters. Monster abilities here, rival abilities, standard abilities. Not heard too many people moan about these rules at all. So, resolving a fight. You had the odd person saying it overly complex and things, and looking in the rule book quite a few times, but I think there's not going to be many rule books of close on nearly 40 pages where that isn't going to be true. Doom here. Void Gates and the Maze. Loot and items. Playing a campaign. That's pretty neat, isn't it? Packing up the game there. Okay, campaign record sheet. So obviously you're not going to want to harm this rulebook, so you just photocopy these. And I love the way they've done it in these retro. They're like really nice and retro, aren't they? We've got appendix and the credits there. And then index here as well. That's really nice, isn't it? And there's their metal characters you can get, and you can get them for the expansion packs as well, which be good. Monster abilities on the back, that could be photocopied and laminated, couldn't it? Really nice. The pages, the quality of the paper again is really nice. It's not up to the standard, of course, of that, but the paper's a little bit thin, but I mean that's a thick book as it is. Very nice. Just like a lovely comic to read, isn't it, almost? Now we've got the missions. Can't remember how many. I did know. It's been a while how many's in this. But there's extra missions, I think, in the expansion. There's also extra missions in some of the magazines. I think there's 2 or 3 that have got 4 extra missions in each. Starting a campaign, and that's definitely the intro, which we'll start with, which is On the Run. That's the intro mission. Then we've got Loot and Pillage, Visions at the Peak, Establish a Base. There's lots of replayability here, and you may not do the first mission the first time and have to redo it like it said in that intro. Death for Hire. That looks like a more involved mission. These are more involved now. Curse of the Dread Saint. Escape from Brutalberg. Caravan through the Badlands. Screaming for vengeance. Throw it in the pit. Now apparently the designer of this, because Sean is the artist, but and Katie, his wife, runs the company with him, or does an awful lot of the running of the company. The designer, I've heard somebody mention, I don't know if this is true, that he's a first-time designer, and they're astounded at just how well the game is, how well the game plays, if indeed he is a first-time designer. Throw it in the pit, make a scratch, cleanse the blight. These are all, all fully blown out, fleshed out scenarios. Start a war, war on goblins, unify the Highlands. Tons and tons of game here, isn't there? Hunt the witch cult, spread the blight, the Scroggling Crown, against the Hand of Doom, bringer of doom. All got the different setups and different things here. Wow, that's an awful lot, isn't it? You've got a sequence of play thing on the back here. I mean, that could be printed out and put with the other on the other side of the other thing that you laminate. So that's the missions there, and we've got more to go yet than that. Now, the game board counters. This is really nice. It's very thick. It's condensed as well. It's not that flimsy cardboard. I've had like thick cardboard and it just separates. It's no good. So it's not about the thickness, but this is thick and condensed, nice quality card. Let's see how these punch. Here's one of the standees, and they're lovely, aren't they? He's going to be match your character sheet. He's that guy there, isn't he? He's the Hinterlander. Absolutely superb. Fully centralised with his border. The quality is second to none. It's perfect. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, I mean, look. And, how many of the big manufacturers that we all know have the, everything's a little bit offset, isn't it? Whatever. Look at this. It's just bang on, isn't it? Look at the border there. It's perfect. Everything's spot on. I really appreciate stuff like that. We've got some status counters here and things. And assault and bold. Really nice. Okay, there we go. So there's a counter sheet. Pop that there. Got another counter sheet here. Very high gloss. Lovely quality. More characters here. Another counter sheet. My friend Neil was saying that he had a problem getting everything back in the box. He sleeved all his cards, of which I think he said there was nearly 400. With maybe that's with the expansion stuff, I'm not sure. And he does have all the metal miniatures, so it'll be interesting to see if we get to play there and he paints his up. So we've got a box insert here. I have no idea how good this box insert will be for getting stuff back. Certainly you won't be able to sleeve your cards and get them in this box insert. A few Ziploc bags there. We've got some dice now. I'm glad I got the extra dice on the Black Friday. They're in there because I've got I think enough for each player. And we got 4 standy bases there because I guess there can only ever be 4 characters in the game. So tons of replayability because we've got a ton of characters there out of only 4 that can play in a game, and we've got tons in there as well. We've got another 16, and there might be, I think there's more in that one as well. So there's the dice and the standy tokens. Now, cards. Wow, I didn't expect that to go so deep. So there's a lot of those, isn't there? These little cards. Let's have a look. Now often we've got full-size cards, standard cards, so these are purely so people haven't got infinite tables, have they? This is normally a design decision for things. Now the good thing here is there's a lot of writing on these, but most of the writing is quite easy on the eye. It's not, you're not going to have to go, even that I can read quite well. An avalanche there and stuff, so we don't want to give anything, I mean, really nice. There we go, loads and loads of information on those cards. And that's a small deck. So that's danger. Good old danger. No. And then we've got a doom deck. So we've got a danger deck there. And then a doom deck, look. And a doom there. Oh, and the back, triumph cards. Now what have we got in this deck? So we have, oh, more of them triumph ones, that's good. So there is a few triumphs. There we go. Lots of flavour text on them. We've got weakness deck. Ooh, lots of weakness. There we go. And these, warding, void, mega transmit. I have no idea what these are till we get into the rules. These status effects, levitate, I don't know, levitate. It's quite nice. There's lots of stuff here, isn't there? There we go. That's just the small cards. We're getting there with this game, by the way. Look at that. Big chunk of cards here. All hand draw, all artwork by Sean Aberg. Hoping pronouncing his name right. It's A.E. Berg, so Eberg, it could be Aberg, Eberg. There's the fishmonger there, the oozing skull, slime corpse, bullscrog patriarch, slagworm. Oh, look, lovely. And these are the monsters from the different areas of the map. So there's some from the wetlands. These red ones. Just don't want to stop looking at them. They're great, aren't they? For the Goblin Goon. Nugbear. Got one longer tooth sticking out. An Etin. More bad fighter. Cock Goblin. Enough said. I don't want to really go into that too much. Skink Sneak. Okay. Chicken Witch. Morbid Crawler. They are the Badlands monsters. A Badland monster. Now these orange ones, oh, beautiful artwork, isn't it? The fish thing. These are the Highlands. Okay, there's a few mixed up here, so Highlands again. So more orange ones here. Yeah, Mancatcher there. He does look like one as well, doesn't he? So they're Highlands. Now these pink coloured cards, are these like more? Yeah. Oh, they're lore cards. Okay. Really nice artwork. There's tons. I mean, look, we've got tons. Ridiculous amount of cards, in a good way. These are epic monsters here. What have we got here? Sign of power cards. Okay. Another deck. Now I want to try and keep these decks separate for now, just in case I'm making a mistake in anything I've got to sort out later. But I shouldn't imagine so, because look, this is loot, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. I love this stuff. Saint's Finger, Caltrops, Sweet Leaf, Studded Vest, Light Pistol, Mystic Geode, Executioner's Axe, Sacrificial Dagger, Weighted Pistol, Flagon of Ale, Fungal Parasite, Flash Bomb. You see loads and loads of loot. Okay, it's going on. Is that all still loot? Yes. That was all loot. Tons of loot there. What's this? Lowlands monster deck. Ooh, look at these. Isn't it like a little bit of a Castlevania vibe going on? Oh, look at that. Sex Dwarf. Yeah, very good. Reminds me of the old, what's his name? Soft Cell song, Sex Dwarf. Cultist there. Vampire Duchess. There we go. That was the Lowlands Monster deck. Let's keep these on. Let's keep this separate here. Bullscrog Croaker. What are these? These are the Wetland Monsters. Look at the artwork there. And you know, I think every single card's different artwork in it. That harpy. Ugh. Incredible amount of art. You can see what you're paying for, can't you? Here, just alone. Got another deck yet. Oh, more loot. Fantastic. Tons more loot. Mysterious Map, Ghostwood, Shrapnel Bomb, Magic Mushroom, Elixir of Life, Totem Stick, Gas Bomb, Mystery Meat, look at that. Death Mask, Shoddy Shield. Oh look, there's a sausage there. Luncheon Truncheon. Oh, I'm starting to laugh here now. Oh dear. Witchweed, Wizard Pipe, Demon's Blood, ugh. Hunting Net, War Paints, Town Raid, Rare Find. Oh, they're really just fantastic. Really cannot wait to play this game. Look at it all. Those cards, text there. What's this now? More Highland Encounters. There. Oh, we've got the Badlands Encounter deck here. Imagine the amount of time it took to... Oh, look at this. Loads of like... And I know it depending on what you do is or pick, there's multiple choice is where your adventure's going to take you. Lowlands Encounters and more Wetlands. Wow. Absolute ton of stuff. I don't know how much use somebody's got to... I think somebody's done a foam core insert for this, and I think it's going to need that, isn't it? Right, where do we go next? Let's go with the expansion. So this came with it. This is the City Scum. Now you can... So this say came to the Kickstarter backers of the expansion. This is the City Scum. You can definitely get this off the Goblinko website. Right, so here we go. Let's have a look what's in it. I took the staples out nice and neat so we can keep everything with this. It's just so nice, isn't it? So we've got monster abilities, stand abilities, targeting, a settlement encounter. Oh, settlements I think come in what come into this expansion. Another wetland, lowland, highland monsters, some more lore cards, sign of power, and loose cards. So a mixed flavour of stuff there. Look at that. Who wouldn't want all this? Look, the Torture Monk. I mean, blooming heck. Convict Conscript. Look at him. What a weirdo he is. Snout Beast. Platypest. Billy Worst. Look, he's got a big sausage in his hand. Gastrek. Vermus Puppeteer. Lava Dwarf. No guessing what he's going to do to you. I mean, flipping heck. And Sliverfish. There we go. So that was the... I mean, that's worth getting just for some of them cards, isn't it? That's the City Scum. And they do look a bit like scum, to be honest. So I think next we go into the expansion box. Smaller than I expected, but there's some nice little weightage here, so let's see. Let's have a look what we got in here. Okay. Nice box front. I'm guessing we're going to need this box. I don't think we're going to get to store everything in the main box. There's that much of it. So, we got the rules here to this expansion. We've got the mean streets. There's that guy there, that monk, isn't he? He's badass, isn't he? There we go. Settlement encounters, yeah, that must be a new thing. We've got the plague. Immunised. The deadly smell of disease. Spreading sickness. Cleansing the worst strike. Mission paths. The river of filth. Yeah, so there we go. So I think it's going to add quite a bit to the game. There's quite a lot there, isn't there? So let's have a look. Oh, we got a new cheat sheet here, if you like. Again, really nice. Just exactly the same quality as the other stuff. It's got like a almost like greasy, liquidy, you know what I mean. It's that lovely, lovely finish. I've only ever had it in a couple of games. I've had something like this. Really nice. New characters. Let's have a look at these. We've got the Fugitive Fop. That's sort of like some crazy punk, isn't it? David Bowie. Really? Okay, Donna said David Bowie. Don't know why. It's got some sort of, I don't know. He's got his backstory there anyway. We've got the Mendicant Monk. All these are going to have standees as well, remember. And they've all got the backstories on the back, where they're coming from. And so you can get the magazines that will tell you. I want to collect all the magazines now. So we've got a few in here, but I want to get them all. They're all for this game. Sickly Soldier. And the Unlicensed Surgeon. I don't think he's going to be doing good stuff. So they're the characters. Then we've got the punchboard sheets. These are the new effects, aren't they? And here's the characters. I say more David Bowie. That one looks more like the mother-in-law. Looks like your mum done a little bit. On a good day.
Hey.
Yeah. So, and more characters here. Yeah. And the sheet, really nice. Great quality. Though that's what you get. Oh, I was going to say that's what you get in the expansion. Wait, look. We get a load of clouds here as well. Cleansing elixir. You might be needing some of that, I think. Holy cudgel. Holy oil. Inoculation. Painkiller. I think you might be needing a dose of that and all. Some perfume. Pistol knife. Plague finder mask. Shoddy helmet. Snake oil. Surgery saw. Trench rot. Okay, so look. Plague knight. I mean, great. So the epic monsters, Badland monsters, some monsters for each. Epic loot and loot. What are these? Oh, these are the settlement encounters. So these are a new area in the game that'll happen, aren't they, with settlements? And these are encounters, and depending on what you roll is what happens, and you can plunder and stuff. A lot going on there. Look at all that, all them stories and stuff. So that's the large cards, and now we've got a small deck as well, and it's a small deck of a small deck. Some danger cards, doom cards, weakness, and some of those cards with all the text on. So quite a bit in that, you know, quite a fair bit in there actually. Pleasantly surprised with the contents there. I guess that we'll be losing that because we'll be sleeving cards, and I think we need this little companion box, which is pretty neat to be honest, isn't it? To fit stuff in, but certainly once we've sleeved everything. So now this is the Goblinko blowout. So let's go all the way. Let's go deep. Right, that's everything in my stuff that got from the Black Friday sale, and it all gets packaged really well. So we have a nice Dungeon Degenerates velvet bag here, and what's good about this, that's nice, isn't it? Like the orange on it. We've got dice for everybody now, so that's good. Everybody's going to have their own set of dice. I think that's how this is going to work. And they're really nice. I like small dice with a good quality. So we have that. Let's go deeper. Oh, we have a sticker here. Goblinko. What else? Oh, we got a sticker there, Porcu, and a badge. A postcard, Dungeon Degenerates. Coming in here, we have the Adventure expansion. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so the Adventure expansion, let's see what you get in these packs. Now, on first glance, these look pretty expensive at full retail price, so I was glad to get them at the on the Black Friday deal. Now let's have a look. But you know, I'm saying that I think the quality, I think the base game is exceptionally good value for the amount of content, and if you think all that artwork is I can only imagine. It'd be so nice to be able to draw like that, but I certainly can't. So we've got loot here, more loot. Let's have a look on the back. Is it all loot? Who doesn't like a lot more loot? So we've got the bastard sword there, shoddy shield, barb, whip, pole axe, throwing axe, lucky tattoo, hunting hook, filching familiar. Look at the state of that. Blinding power, skinning knife, pumpkin hat, and a begging bowl. Oh, something else. There was something else there, and a safety collar. There we go. Really nice cards. I don't want to get this stuff mixed up, so just for now.
Where's the bag?
Where's the bag?
There.
Oh, here. Yeah, let's just plonk it in there for now as we do it, so at least I can keep this expansion bit separate. We have a small deck of cards. And these are those with all the text on. I don't know what they refer to, status cards or something or whatever, I don't know. But there we go. Lycanthrope Mastery. So you can become, is that like werewolf, isn't it? Okay, there we go, small deck of cards. Now, here we go. So we got characters. Again, equal quality. I just love the quality of these. We've got the Carnival Drifter. He's got a whip there and stuff. We got the Soldier of Fortune. The Dishonored Knight. The River Pirate. And again, you can get pewter miniatures of all these people. The Banished Sorcerer. The combination of characters is just endless, isn't it? And the Wastelander. Oh, hang on. And the Alley Cat. And also Jack Slasher. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3. Am I getting this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new characters. Really nice, hey? So we've got those. And I'll put them over there. Can't go wrong with that. I know they're together there. And there we got the character standees. Again, high gloss. Gorgeous artwork. Is that everything out that expansion? Yes, it is. So now we have the Freaks and Psychos expansion. So I just got my staples out. So this is the Freaks and Psychos. So have a look. So the only thing I haven't got, Dungeons Degenerates, is the extra magazines, little comics or whatever. But I got the ones that contain the missions. So I've got 8 new missions with these 2 comics. But I definitely want to pick them up. And if I really love the game, which I'm sure I'm going to, I will eventually pick up those pewter figures. I don't think they're always in stock, but hopefully I'll manage to get hold of them. So right, here we go. Cards. So this is the Freaks and Psychos. You've got a smoke bomb. So what are these? Are these all looted? Oh no. We've got some epic monsters in here. All stuck together here. Epic monsters. Got the Hook Goat. It is a goat standing up with all hooks on him. Castle of Horror. And Cardiac Hologram. Oh my god. Right, and then loots. This looks like, look at that, smoke bomb. Blunderbuss. This just all looks like a little bit of Castlevania sort of thing here. I love it. Scrogy Aspic, Scrog of Burden, Dart Rifle. Tranquilizer darts, dart pistol, poison darts. The quality is just lovely, you know, the quality of the artwork. The cards themselves are really nice, got that nice high gloss, but I am going to want to sleeve these, I think. Say my friend Neil, he said, I think he said it was about 400 sleeves. I'll have to do a card count. But Swampanisia you can get, they're kind of a in between the cheap sleeves and the premium. They're a good fit, so you don't get a massive pile that slips over. That's the trouble with the good quality card sleeves, isn't it? So I think I'll be going for the Swampanisia. You can get them from Board Game Extras in the UK, and you get 100 in a pack of those, so it's pretty good. You know, you can soon fill it out. So we've got some weakness cards here. Animal Lover, Herb, Fiend, and a Xenophobe. And we've got those cards with all those text on again. Dead Eye Shot. And Black Market and stuff. So quite a lot of the small cards there as well. just put them in here for now so we don't, we can keep things separate. Now let's have a look at the characters. There'll be another 8 here, won't there? These are the Freaks and Psychos. We've got the Charlatan Magician. Again, look, it's just perfectly, everything's centralised. It's just, the quality is just perfect. The Cloaked Killer, I really like that. That's pretty neat, isn't it? That's like some camp space age. It reminds me of some of the artwork in Merchant of Venus in the original Avalon Hill. Oh, look at this, the Fishy Confectioner. The Hermit Ascetic. The Highway Robber. The Naughty Naturalist. Thankfully he's got some shorts on. The Sharpshooter. And the Solitary Swordsman. And here's the counter sheet with them all in glorious, real nice. Let's have a look at that guy. There he is, look. Punches out perfect. Great centralisation. Real nice, glossy. They're going to be really nice on the board. Yeah, very nice indeed. So that's the Freaks and the Psychos. Now where are we going? Okay, so we haven't got much left here now. Let's have a look. We have the 2 comics, isn't it? That's it. So, Tomb Lake and the Wetlands. Again, I picked these up because both of these had 4 new missions in each. Let's have a look. Everything's expertly packaged, isn't it? Really nice. The attention to detail is spot on and beyond. Let's have a look. So, 4 new missions inside. Tomb Lake and the Wetlands. The thing is, so this is the Tomb Lake and the Wetlands. Other comics are going to have of other the areas on the board, and then there's further comics on the characters or monsters in the game or something like that. So I think well worth picking up, to be honest. Real good. I mean, reading all this stuff once you've either got a play-in or prior to playing is going to be really nice, isn't it? It's just going to give you some narrative. Some people even play a little bit of I've been reading a lot on it, playing a little bit of heavy metal in the background. Now, here we got the map of the board here as well. Burning Lakes. Alright, so here's a mission. Serve the Scroggling King. A couple of pages there. 3 pages actually. Blow them to bits is another mission. We've got the objectives and setting up and stuff. A gift for the Queen, the 3rd mission. And the 4th mission in this one is Rise of the Megaverm. That looks like one of the sandworms in Doom, doesn't it? Or a Sogoloth, is it, or something in Cthulhu sort of stuff. Or is that no, Mansions of Madness. Yeah. Great artwork. Where death lurks in the depths and evil spirits haunt sunken ruins. Okay, so that's one magazine, and the next one is the Badlands and Beyond. These are the 2 that so far have missions. I know they keep adding stuff to this, and I think there might be a big box expansion being planned or in the works. I vaguely remember that. I read so much stuff on board games, but I'm pretty sure there was something mentioned somewhere. So we've got the Badlands and Beyond there. Some nice artwork there. Again, look at all this. There's plenty of nice reading to do, isn't there? Here. And it's nice with all gloom and doom in the world, isn't it? Sometimes to lose yourself in some nice fantasy stuff. So. Yes, telling you about characters and stuff here, isn't it? There's that Witch Hunter. Again, there's that lovely middle page spread of the map. Okay, Dagger and Sword mission. Got to escape from the Undercity there and stuff. The Dead Wizard notes. Tear Open the Gates, another mission. That was all about the setup and everything. Really neat, isn't it? Beat Them Bloody is another mission. And the final mission, where is it? quite a lot involved, that one, is Into the Unknown. Tons of good board game. Look at that. Wow. Look, don't take a step back and get all that table there now. That is a ton, an absolute metric ton of Dungeon Degenerates, isn't it? Where's the box? Let's have a look. Oh, there's so much here. I am going to really enjoy sorting all this out. Really enjoy it. There's nothing like it. The smells of all the newness in the card. We love board games, don't we? So, yeah, so this is it. Dungeon Degenerates, Hand of Doom from Goblin Co. Now, one more thing. I'm just going to find it because it should be said. Not quite finished. Donna just remind me. We didn't open up this little box. This now, on the original Kickstarter, I think there's a character or two that you just cannot get hold of. They've done some exclusive. Some people don't like that. I'm not overly keen on it. But this is, again, this is just purely for this Kickstarter. So this, is this a Lord Scrop miniature? That comes to mind. I hope I'm not. Do you know what? They're heavy. Now, if the other characters are like that, oh, I definitely want to get them painted up. So that's the Lord Scrop character miniature. And he comes because of the free with the Kickstarter campaign for this second printing. Now, I'm giving credit. The art, direction and illustrations are by Sean Aberg. Now it's not A-E, it's double A Berg. And it's like got them little dots on the top of the A, so it could be Aberg or something like that. Sorry if I haven't got it right. The game design and graphic design is by Eric Rady, or Raddy, R-A-D-E-Y, and it's produced by Sean's wife, Katie Aberg. And then we've got some playtesters and stuff there. So there we go. That is Dungeon Degenerates. I'm going to absolutely love the heck out of sorting all this out now. Just look at that. What an exciting burst of colour on the table. And a weird and wonderful world. That is Dungeon Degenerates, Hand of Doom from Goblin Co. Thanks for watching.